The area I just passed is so slept on. It's so pretty. There's a place called Old Town in San Diego, and it's so pretty. It looks like that area. It's bigger. Old Town's bigger. Yeah, I'll save it. I'll save them for tomorrow. We'll save the clippies. Maybe I won't go that way. The ghost of the old PC. The ghost of old PC still haunts us. Huh. Okay. I just need a... I'm just gonna run to my apartment. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. I think I can do one more. Cammy and Cowl are making up. Ari's gonna talk to Cammy. No more bad blood. Feels good. That makes me happy. Then... Like, there's so many good things that happened today. I feel pretty blessed. Like one of those days where you just feel really, really happy. Everything was good. No, Dragon can get bad. There's only so much happiness that can go around, okay? Dragon is on the shit list. He did it to himself. It's his own fault. It's fine. We are not friends. We are not homies. We are not anything. Yeah, Dragon D's nuts. So hard. I'm a role player. I live for the role play. Right? Because you said your stomach hurt? Yeah, maybe that's the thing. I just need to have my stomach hurt more often. Makes for better roleplay. Stomach does hurt still. Okay. Textures? Because it's getting late. The reason that they do resets is because of server stability. Sometimes the server even needs to take a nap, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff that goes on, a lot of like the hard thing is you have like all these different connections, and then the computer is trying to make sense of like all these different connections and what they would be processing in. And I'm pretty sure the way that things load in is that they're not just always loaded where they are, but then are loaded when player is in proximity. And then that can create issues. It's probably better for server stability overall, so everything is not always loading at the same time. But also probably hard on the processing because sometimes maybe two forces may interact and have discrepancies between what the computer wants to load. This is probably why quantum computing will be really helpful, because it will be able to process things ahead of time and calculate like speed differentials between a player upcoming. Is just what I'm assuming. Since it can do better processing, it have more opportunity to be able to process things like going 150 miles an hour and how fast that would be for, and then project like what would need to be loaded in at that specific time per second and up ahead as well. But then also take the other cars that may be going 80 miles an hour, or 150 miles an hour, or 200 miles an hour, and also process theirs at the same time. I think it's because of the way they like... Applying software, managing memory leaks, ensuring hardware. Ooh. Dominator. Qubit. Yeah, basic formation rather than conventional bit. The main characteristic is that alternative Earth pyramids cohesive superposition of ones and zeros. That means it's in both places at the same time. Just like in regular superposition, it's in both places at the same time. That's why it's a superposition. Excuse me. Our brains are just that powerful as well. If you think about it, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? Our brains do all these calculations and background processing while also processing an entire body to maintain down to a molecular level. down to a cellular level. I mean, it's kind of cool too because our cells also speak to our brain. Our cells also have their own interests, essentially, and their own, like, I was listening to this guy. Gosh, I wish I could remember his name, but I'm so bad at names in real life. He's a scientist, and he talks about life and, like, on how we should scale life, and he's redefining the scale of life down to a cellular level even. Because cells have the ability to make their own decisions, that they are considered life individualistic of the host, which would be your body. He's got a lot of other cool ideas too, like, and since it has in quantifying life, individualistic determination seems to be a big piece of information. Alan Watts, I think so, yeah. Pretty sure it's his name. It rings a bell. I was listening to a couple of his YouTube videos. Well, if you think about it, every single cut hurts like an individualistic cell, so each cell is like getting attacked. That's why you gotta take care of your body down to even a cellular level. Like, you gotta care about your own self. And remember that there's just a bunch of little guys that make up you as the big guy, right? And that they care about you. And they care about your success. It's kind of cute, right? You got all these little guys that make up you. And then you have a whole entire system inside of your stomach. And on top of your skin and all over your body. That literally wants you to succeed, that's not even technically a part of you, right? Which is like your microbiome, which is on your skin, it's in your stomach, it's in your organs. They're like little tiny bacteria, and their job is they want you to live so bad. They're cheering you on every single day of the week. They're thinking about you all the fucking time. They're like, let's go, you can do it, you can do it. So that's why you gotta live for them too, which is why I try to remember to eat fiber and lots of vegetables and like chicken, and I take mushroom powder. Now I'm saying to them, hey, let's go, let's go. I drink water, still fun stuff like coffee or whatever. I'm trying to remember to also just be nice to my microbiome. Yeah, vegetables are gross, but you can find other ways of getting the intake of vegetables without having to taste the vegetables, so. I like vegetables now because I've been eating them long enough to where I can enjoy them. I even ate bok choy the other day for the first time, and I thought, oh, this is pretty good. Yeah, but you gotta love your cells because they're also cheering you on every single day. Your cells are like your little friends. If you have no friends in the world, you have your cells that are your friends. They love you and they want you to succeed, and they are their own beings with individualistic determination. It's pretty dope. It's not copium, it's real. I think about this because I get depression. And when I have depression, my best way to get out of my depressive state is when I start appreciating everything. So if I have a really hard time, I can either sit there and wallow in my depression, which I do sometimes. And I'm not gonna say I'm perfect, right? Some days I have it harder. But I also try, after I give myself a little bit of time to, like, you know, be a little sad. Wallow in that sadness, allow myself to feel those pain feelings. Then after that, I start appreciating everything I have, because you never know, eventually you can just have none of that stuff, so you might as well just start taking it seriously. Start going, you know what, thank you. And then when it feels like you have nothing at all, you always have your cells and you always have your microbiome. They're always there, they're just cheering you on, being your little buds, doing their very best to make you feel happy, so you gotta go, yeah. Let's go, little buds. You got this, I got you. Yeah. Goats are not vegetables, Admiral, but a good try. You did your best. I'm just teasing you. you're talking about the feelings of depersonalization and and derealization. Depersonalization is and derealization. Depersonalization is where you don't feel connected into your body, and derealization is when you don't feel connected into the world around you. And you can get like essentially just disconnected. It feels like you're watching somebody else live their life rather than actually living your own life, which is a common symptom of anxiety and depression as well. Can be symptoms of other things like PTSD and other stuff. But it is something that you can come out of, and it's not a forever thing. If you well, sometimes you just have to get lucky and hear the right words, and then those words can trigger something in you to make you come out of it. Sometimes you just have to make your own luck and force yourself into a good position by finding the words for yourself. So at the end of the day, sometimes you just gotta make your own life, your own luck, your own happiness, even when you're in the worst of times. Yeah. Why don't we talk about deep things in the stream? I'm already... Oh, you're cute. Why do you have to do me like that? I just was being silly. Yeah, sometimes it just disassociate out, and that can be a symptom of like... it's like, can be a way for our bodies to go... Oh, look at me. I'm in a really scary situation. I do not want to be actively aware of this scary situation anymore. So I'm going to put myself into safety mode. And when I'm in safety mode, I'm not going to feel these scary feelings. I'm just going to feel okay with the world around me, because it's not even really me going through them. It's this third party. I'm not really there. I'm kind of in my head a little bit, you know? But those things, eventually you can get like hard stuck in it, where now you're in a safe place and your brain is still worried. Oh, where's the scary? Where's the scary? Where's the scary? You know, and is looking for it. And then you're like, there's no scary. I want to come back. I'm trying to enjoy my time here at a theme park, and now I'm fucking disassociated. What's up with this bullshit? So a lot of it comes down into just like reconnecting with your body. You can do that like a lot of different ways. One, just being aware of the fact that it's happening is a huge step forward. Oh, I am depersonalized. I am derealizing. You know, I'm going through these situations. Oh, hello. Well, now that I'm aware of it, I can start like mad focusing on what's going on around me. I can start noticing small details. I can feel my body connecting with myself. You know, those kind of things. Exercise is another good way to get out of it. Getting proper sleep. Lots of cool stuff. I'm depressed. Now I feel better. I mean... I wish it was so easy, right? Of course. Of course, right? But also, sometimes you do just gotta tell yourself, alright, maybe I'm depressed right now, but I'm just gonna fake it. And I'm just gonna find all the good. And yeah, it's because like this is how I do it, and not everybody is gonna deal with things the same way. So I'm not saying you have to do it this way. Everyone has their own techniques. But for me, sometimes I just tell myself, okay, I'm dealing with this. I'm gonna look at all the good stuff instead. I'm not gonna let my brain be in control of my feelings like that. I'm not gonna let my subconscious control me anymore. I'm just gonna take it by I'm gonna grip it by the neck, and I'm gonna tell it where the fuck we're going. And it's not gonna fucking listen to me. It's not gonna do its own thing. And, you know, sometimes I lose. Sometimes I just have to be sad in bed for a day. Most of the time, I can grip that shit up by the hair and tell it, nah, bitch. This is not what we're doing. You know? Grab it by the balls. Did you say you're a pretty nonchalant person? I had to work toward it. It's easy for a lot of people to go, oh yeah, I'm so cool. I wasn't cool for a long time. I was anxious and neurotic and scared for a while. And I had to really, really, really work hard toward chilling out. And it took a lot of effort. And so I'm not even gonna fake it to you guys. For a long time, I was not doing well. But I did learn how to chill it out, and I did learn how to be more aware of my body and how to be more connected to my mind. So now when I do go into a situation where I have anxiety or depression, I can be instantly realizing it. And so then the, you know, subconscious thoughts of like, oh, maybe I don't want to be on the planet anymore, or those kind of things that can creep up in your head, or maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I'm not. I can see myself going through those and go, well, why not? Why not? Why can't I be good enough? Oh, everybody else in the world gets to be good enough and I don't? Oh, every other person in this universe, I can look at them and go, oh, yeah, they're great, but I don't get to be good enough? This is some bullshit. This is bullshit. I am good enough. How dare I know I would never, ever talk to other people in that way. So why should I accept it for me? I don't deserve it. I was like, you know, it's easy to get mean to yourself and bully yourself, not feel good enough because you have high expectations for yourself. But I would never talk to a little kid version of me that way. You know, if I looked at that little kid version of me in the eyes and I said, hey, what's up, Aiko? I would never go, you're not good enough. And you know what? You'll never be good enough. And other people are better than you. I could never do that, right? Would you be able to look at a little kid like that? No fucking way. And if you could, maybe you gotta reevaluate it. It's not fair. That's not right. So yeah, when I put it into that perspective for myself, it was easy for me to go, oh, you know what? That is right. Maybe I gotta be a little bit kinder to myself because I don't deserve that. I've never murdered anybody. You know, I've never been enough to where I'm bad enough of a person to where I don't deserve love, you know? So why the fuck am I treating myself like I'm such a horrible person? You know, I'm not that bad. Like, in video games, different than in real life. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I'm trying to remember that when I'm talking to myself, you are... Maybe this is gonna sound funny, but you are always talking to the little kid version of you because you got those neurons inside of your head that are still there. That are literally those little kid neurons that used to be there when you were little. And those little kid neurons don't deserve to get talked to like that ever. And you gotta remember that they're still there with you. That little kid, you gotta protect that little kid inside of you. That just needs a hug, that didn't really deserve to get bullied or whatever. Then the little kid didn't deserve to get treated like that, whatever happened. Or if that little kid made mistakes, that little kid didn't deserve to not get forgiven, you know, because everybody makes mistakes. Well, it's important. You hold yourself up to some standards and everything, you know. But what are you gonna do about the past? You can't go back and change it. All you can do is just be a better person tomorrow. Be a better person today. Be a better person every second you get an opportunity to. That's it. And so yeah, I mean, you all, I'm sure you all have made stupid mistakes in the past or done dumb things or feel like, oh, I'm not good enough because of those things. What are you gonna do about it? You already passed it. You gotta now work on going forward and being the better person every day. Show everybody, hey, this is who I am. This is how I am. I'm a good person and I'm wonderful. And if other people can't accept it, then they're not worth your time. Yeah. And live for that little kid inside of you that deserves to have a little bit of love, you know? Yeah. Of course. Happy I could tell you this because these are little things that I found out as I've gotten older. Every day I get to learn and make new discoveries, and I get to do a little bit better. And because of that, I get the opportunity to make life a little bit better, hopefully for other people around me. That's all I could really hope to do. Yep. Learning can be fun and learning can be fuel insatiable hunger for knowledge. The kind of hunger that can only be satiated truly by indulging in learning experience. Very true. Very true. Hella true. Yup. You know. I'm happy. Yay. Too much information can be damaging? Yeah. Can happen. But it's more about finding the right information, you know what I mean? You get to choose the information that you get put in your brain, and if you start getting the wrong information, you gotta catch yourself doing it. You know what I mean? Like, you start catching yourself looking up all the things that make you feel unhappy, then you gotta be like, oh, what the fuck am I doing right now? If you catch yourself trying to do everything that makes you unhappy, you just know it's your subconscious kind of playing tricks on you. Your subconscious trying to get you into a state that is, not the state you want to be in, you know? Because that state can be really addictive, especially if we grow up in those kind of states where those become like our subconscious, or like our natural, our normal, you know? So then you kind of sometimes can look for those states. I need to be in that state because that's my typical. You got to redefine your typical sometimes. So, well, find the knowledge that makes you feel like, huh, I'm really happy I learned this today, or I'm really happy I went through with spending my time on that, because you get limited time on the planet, you know? You only get so much time. And if you just like harbor all the bad feelings and think about all the things that make you feel uncomfortable or uneasy, bad, unhappy, and you're just not going to be living your best life. You're going to be living a life that is probably just not as satisfying. And what's the point of that? You don't know if you get another one. You know? You only get so much, so you gotta like make do of all of it. And you're gonna mess up, but then maybe even spend days learning about things you don't want to learn about. That's okay, you know? You just get to choose, like, every second you get to make a new action. And it can be, like, a lot, but it can also be incredible. Whoa! Oh, shit, I'm so sorry.
I'm good.
Oh, good. I'm so happy. Sorry about that, bud.
No problem.
I think it's a good time to end it, you know? I think this is a great way, a great time to end it on a posy note. Get the posy vibes out there. And that way my brain can be happy and excited for tomorrow. Yay! And you know what? We're gonna have a great day. And I'm happy. And just in case the dev tries to send roof running, haha! Thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you guys had a lovely day. And I'm not getting arrested tonight. I was thinking it in my head. Maybe I stay for one more job. But then I'm feeling that deep down inside me that I need to wait and just let it be. So I'm gonna let you guys go now. Gonna end the game. I'm gonna say I did my very best. And say love you guys. Love you.